So, Wiz, can I know anything about you?
Hello, Bella. Bella, where should the discuss will, like the debate will going on?
Yeah, debate is just
Because
about to start.
but
Okay,
here
Vish,
a lot of
now we
people
can
will come.
start the debate.
Yeah,
But
the
here a lot
debate
of
is
people
here
will come. They
only.
are
Yeah, they will just
No,
see
no,
you.
nothing will happen. Yeah, here only, and everyone has put the DP. Karan and those who are in team A, let's put your DP at first.
I have done.
Haha, I can
Team
see the
B.
members from Team B putting their DP. Oh my god, we are Aryan.
team. We are
We are
very punctual.
leading. Yeah, we are leading. See, all the
Oh,
members of Team B are so punctual.
It's not like
Haha.
that.
But
My members are like very nice. They will put the DP as well.
Okay, let's
Guys,
Who's in
team
team
A.
A?
since we already
but
know
the
their names,
team
so even without their DP, we can call out their names.
current
So yeah, I think it's the
team
Okay.
time
ASR.
to start.
Okay.
There are so many people.
So
So yeah, Vish, you can go on and start.
Yeah,
So,
please, we
okay,
are just
wonderful
waiting for that
people.
moment.
We are starting the debate, and I kindly request you guys to mute yourself if you're not speaking. Please coordinate with people so they will be able to speak in a great manner. So, okay, the debate is starting. A grand welcome, all valuable members of our English learner family. All necessary arrangements has already been made. We all commence the debate session shortly. Timing for the debates will be tonight at 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
So yeah, like the Vish said, our golden debate has already started. And so today we are having our brilliant participants who will compete in this debate and share their views about the topic digital payment versus the physical payment and bring out their hidden aptitude. So, ladies and gentlemen, before calling out the participants on this stage, like I will introduce the panel of juries. We are having two judges today, the Luminous and AK, and they will select the best of the best speakers. And initially, let me read out the rules given to the participants, and the participants are requested to follow the rules and regulations. So, the rules are as such. The first rule is our group calls for robust debate and criticism, but this should never descend to personal and demeaning slurs. Second one being statements which might be construed as slanderous, embarrassing, or containing gender, cultural, or racial stereotypes are unsuitable for the debate. And the third rule is speeches shall not be less than 2 minutes and not more than 3 minutes in length. Each participant will get 1 mark for countering and 2 marks for answering the counterline. The fourth one is after 9:59 p.m. The host means me and Wish will start grand debate, which involves sturdy vis-a-vis debate between members of opposite teams. And the last rule and the fifth one is the decision of the judges shall be final. So yeah, uh,
I
let's.
would like to add some points, like to just give them some motivation. The best speaker
Mhm.
among both the groups will be rewarded. But the condition is this: he needs to participate back to back in two debates actively. That means the Sunday, which is today, and the next Sunday. So, yeah, guys,
Mhm.
hold up your seats and be ready.
So who is going to break the ice? So I would like to call out the first member from the team A. Karan, are you there?
Yeah, hello, good evening all.
Yeah, man, let's rock it. So,
Okay, so first of all, I would like to greet everyone. Good evening. So let's start. And as a member of Team B, I need to support the physical mode of payment. So to begin with, I would like to add a very good point right away, and it's that the digital payment, the so-called digital payment, excludes poor people, and I don't think it's a very good thing because talking of our country, India, most of the population is poor, and when it's excluded from such things, so how can we consider that thing a good thing? And I don't think in the coming years as well, we are going to, or this scenario is going to be changed, because we cannot change it or in the coming years, because it's not going to be changed very soon. So first of all, I think it's a major drawback of the online mode of payments. And besides this, as you all know that the online mode of payment is far more vulnerable to so many different kinds of attacks, like hacking, and people may lose their identity, and people may lose a very huge amount of money. So yeah, as compared to the physical mode of payment, it's so much vulnerable to such attacks, and it can lead to serious consequences, where a party can lose a huge amount of money or property. So these are the things. And sometimes when the bank servers are down and we are going to do some type of online payment, then we are just helpless. If we do not have any cash, then we would just become so miserable and helpless. And it's happens quite often. As talking of me, I am a college student, and whenever I go to some kind of shops and all with my friends, I face these problems very frequently. When I am just trying to do my payments, then the bank server goes down all of a sudden, and I have to try it 3 times, 4 times, and it doesn't help at all, because the servers are down for hours and even for days. So these are the major drawbacks of the online mode of payment. And um, few more points from my side. One is that in some cases, we are even charged for transferring the money or for doing a transaction. As you all know that when we do any kind of payment, no matter how small that transaction is, we are charged when we are doing a payment by using our credit card. And you can yourself calculate that if we are doing some big payment, then the charge which we have to pay is surely going to be higher and bigger. So it's a very major drawback. Suppose you are doing that payment, that particular payment in a physical mode, then you do not need to pay any extra charges for the sake of transaction. And you all maybe.
Karan, thanks for those points, man. But now your time is over. Your 3 minutes are utilized. So I would like to say they were great points, man. Team A is at the strong position, I would say, from the beginning itself. So, Wish, who
Oh my
would like
god,
to
it is
go
not
from
like
your
that,
team?
okay? Like, you are team A, that's why you just broke the ice, but the lead will be taken by team B, and Mo is going to
Okay,
speak
we'll
on our
see, we'll see.
behalf. Yeah, Mo, go
Sorry
ahead.
sorry for disturbing. I want to be also the part of any team. What I have to do?
Oops, you're too late. Now you can participate in the debate, which will be on next Sunday. It's
Okay.
too late now. Yeah, Mo, are you here?
Please do something. We are do.
Wait. Yeah, Mo, go ahead. Now she will lead and she will prove you like we are the best, okay?
Okay, yeah. So, good evening, everyone. Okay.
How can
So,
improve?
at first, I would like to support the statement that digital payments secure enough not only for the Indian economy but also the individual's health. I think it is the most significant inventions of the 20th century. I think it has become a part, a parcel of human life throughout the world, in India too. So I think it is used in different shapes of activities. So in my opinion, the idea of digital payment was introduced in India by the government in past, but nowadays we are able to realize the importance of the same. So now people are thinking a lot while receiving money by hand just because this COVID-19 problems. So while doing the online transition, we can stop the spending of diseases. Na? So it's the most important of our daily life. And digital payment is not only good for us but also our nation's development, because our nations is one of the biggest nations in the world, and for this, if the nations there is a head for big networks, and digital payments is one of them. So digital payments in India is secure enough for payment benefit. We follow all guidelines and all rules and regulations, but firstly people should have proper knowledge about it, I think. So people should be aware of hackers and fraud. No one can hack until we share our password and OTP. So but it is found from a report that in online payment India comes number 1. If all people educated and are aware of this, then it will help to increase our economy and GDP growth. Because in this COVID period, if we use money hand to hand, then it chances of virus infections. So we have learned it and increased the awareness in our urban and specifically the rural sector. To that, so is good, but with this network knowledge and awareness is also important thing. Okay, but I know because in Bengal has a lot of village. I know everything related knowledge. So I think it is good, and slowly time is changing, and it takes time to develop our country. It helps people to save time, and it is a faster way to send money from one account to another account in a faster, smarter and better way. So only use Android apps. So when we are fully aware about it, so it helpful for them, safe and secure. So I think government should take responsibility to teach people about this and also use of it. Basically, who have no idea, nothing else. I think nowadays everyone have mobile phones, Android phones. So I think they want to use and they have a fear of lost money and also not a good network in rural in this type of area. Nothing like that. So I think, yeah.
Uh, okay, Mo, your time is up and well spoken. But
Okay.
now, I think the next person
As
is
the
gonna
Mao
mention
has said
particular.
that
Yeah,
the
Satyam. Yeah.
government in the time of corona, the government should be take care of the digital payment that is safe and much more easier to do. So I, as being on the digital side, I have to ask one question from the Mao that if we have a person who has just putting his salary uh, of his own life, complete life in a bank account, and in case of data crisis or data theft, he has just lost all of his money, and then what at that time is that person that going for the depression and trauma at that moment, how can they able to get come back from their life? Is there any policy? Because I don't know any policy in which the government or the bank has said that if your money has been lost, we are ready for to pay you back.
I want to counter it.
Yeah, Devendra.
Satyam, you still have
So
1.5 minutes left.
as
Would you like to speak
you
something?
said,
Guys, what is the topic?
Okay, RKD. Omkar, you cannot participate now. The participants are already decided. So yeah, RKD, do you want to speak from the team B?
yeah, I want to speak from
Yeah, go on. Go on.
team B. So as Satyam said,
Yes, Arkady, go ahead.
the bank account can be hacked easy for everyone.
Okay,
So what is the topic?
marketing.
So it's very difficult as we know hacking toughest
KD, your network is
thing
I think RKD have some network issue.
can
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sorry,
I will
RKD.
counter.
I think
so
Yeah.
Yeah. In the place of Arkady, I think Santanu will come to
Yeah,
replace him from the team B. Yeah,
Shantanu will
Santanu.
counter you,
Like
okay?
Satyam said that there is a no policy for the government to assure, so it's not possible. If government give assurance to everyone, then we will be distributing our money, yeah, freely. So what we can do, basically, we need awareness, yeah, and we can awareness with the RBI policy. RBI also do the advertisement on televisions, on different video. Even the Amitabh Bachchan also said never share your OTP. So I think that one we can assure, because basically we are just providing the mode. We are not distributing our money. We are not freely providing our cash. So we are basically can say that if you are using those payment method, then you need to aware. If you do not know, then it's possible that you should know about that payment method. Then you should use, and that's happening. If someone tried to do a fraud with you, then you should complain that number to RBI. But if you think that the after fraud being happen with you, then the government will compensate you, it's not possible at all, because the government was not responsible. Government, what can do? Government can only bring the awareness between the people of India, among the people of India. So that I can say. Thank you so much.
May I share
Hmm.
my views?
And hello.
Okay,
Hello.
Santanu. Your points were
Actually,
great,
I'm
man.
from.
And
Okay, okay.
We are going team by team. So, yeah,
So
Team B, as usual, spoke
no,
very
just
good. And now, Mr. Akiri, you will be speaking after Mr. A, like from
actually
Team A. If someone will speak, after that you can
because
speak, okay? Wait,
we have
you are having a network issue.
time.
Wait. Okay. So, yeah, Mr. Aryan, you can call the members from Team A.
yeah, of course, our members are already so enthusiastic, like they have already started interrupting before before us. So the next person will be Teku, I guess. Are you there, man?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we all know that cash is king, right? It's true. Without cash, there is no financial security. I truly believe that there is a definite place for cash in daily, weekly, and monthly management of our system, financial system. So not everyone is happy with the idea of going cash free, and there will be always those people who doesn't feel comfortable leading leaving the house with empty wallet. Okay, so this present state of our payment of um, of our country that should be for a like accessible for anyone, convenient and efficient, safe and secure. And the matter of this is called this is the matter of our nations, right? So pointing out of our digital payment system, it it sometimes it sometimes may be vulnerable because of hacking, because of fraudulent and the fear of faith, and also the also part of is internet access that's already been said by Karan too. But I have to I want to point some another thing, that is when people in villages area, they are like less people who are aware of digitalization in payment. Okay, they don't care about their privacy, they don't care about their password. So sometimes it happens they needed to write in their password, so it can be accessible by anyone, so it can be hacked by anyone. It can't be prevented by user if she or he not aware of his privacy. And uh, uh, sometimes it's very hectic too. Sometimes some people cannot uh, cannot aware of the in digital payment of application. The interface are more complicated. Even I have a experience. One of my friend get one of my friend lost 5,000 money in a in a like, can I mention some? Okay, I will mention some payment, digital payment, that is UPI. Okay, there is a point in a request payment. So somebody don't know the request thing, so uh, some other guy sent a request payment, and he was told that it will be refundable after you pay the payment that is written in request. So he paid the payment, and then he called back to called the client that when will my payment will be refund, and that time the number is unreachable. So this type of fraud is, it's been it's been going all over India. There is
Tejo,
even a web series.
the time
Yes,
is
yes.
up, man. Uh, I would
Hello.
like to say, well
Okay.
spoken, man. Your points were great, and I think that our team is even more stronger position. So, Wish, who would like to come next from your group?
Yeah, from my team, Warrior Shantanu will speak.
Wish.
I
Yeah,
want to counter some points. Can I?
Wish.
yeah, I'm here. Like from my team, the Warrior Shantanu will speak on our behalf. Okay?
So I think that guy said that we are losing our money. There are so many people who are basically get into fraud. Yeah, it may be right. I am not denying that there is no fraud happening in India. But if you see the data of digital payment, it's increasing at rapid pace. Like the most of the people who basically prefer the digital mode payment, the 41% of the people of India prefer the UPI and e-wallet. And that guy said that the UPI and e-wallet uh, interface is too complicated. I do not think, if you see the data, at least 41%, it's a too big amount of the people of India. They basically prefer the UPI and e-wallet. And if you see the most secure payment method, then at least 35% of the people of India basically prefer the UPI and e-wallet payment. And the 19% of the people of India prefer net banking. And the 13% of the people of India prefer credit and debit card, because most of the fraud happen at credit and at ATM, because when you withdraw your cash, there may be the chances that people will steal your money. So that is not a digital payment fraud. But if you see the UPI and e-wallet, 41% people prefer that mode. So I do not think that there is any problems or complexity in the digital interface of the UPI or payment method. So yeah, because it's a very easy, everyone can do the payment. Even my grandmother also do the payment with UPI, and he never went to the school, and he can easily do the UPI payment. So yeah, that I can say. Even I want to share some of the facts, like the 2021, the last year, at least the from last year, there was a pandemic. Like since last 2 years, the UPI payment basically increased at very rapid pace. Yeah, in the last year, they had the 3,874 crore transactions, and the amounting to the 71.46 lakhs crore. Yeah, it's a more than 130% of the previous year of that year 2020. So that increment is more than 100%. So you cannot say that the people are basically, yeah, frustrating to access the digital interface. If they have any problem, so definitely they will not use it. But it's increasing, so there is a sign that the digital interface is here, I think, very easy to use, and to use basically, and to access it. So yeah, I think that guy should know about that. I do not think that there is some problem in digital interface. So yeah, thank you so much.
See how good he tackled your points. Mr. Aryan,
Yeah,
do you want
we
to
are
say anything?
we are saying that. But
Can
before that, I
anyone
would
other
like to
than
call our
can
member,
anyone other
and I
than
think we would change
can
the
anyone
game.
speak?
Emperor, are you there?
Okay,
Yeah,
go
I'm here.
ahead
So
then.
Yeah, man. Go on. We have some expectations. So yeah.
okay. So when it comes to like cash payment and all, it actually it's dominating all over India. Like if you see the fact, like 40% people they are using digital payment, and the other percentile of people they are going with the cash payment. So why is it so? Like we can see there are many breaches which is occurring in security when it comes to digital payment. When you pay a vendor, what you are doing, you are just giving him your private information, which includes your number and everything. So that doesn't go when you pay him with cash. This is one of the points, you know. So the other point is the installation cost that is incurred, you know. Whenever you have to increase the security, when it comes to digital, you have to increase the security, you have to enhance it, or else the hackers can break easily and they can actually clean your account. So the cost which is incurred, they will retain it afterwards, you know. In future they will start retaining it from the customers, and it's for sure. And when it comes to the rural parts, what happened over there, you can see no one is using a digital payment over there due to the lack of facilities over there, so they have to go for cash payment. And as also I would like to state a fact, you know, like as per the recent survey, the thefts have increased after people started using the digital payment. Before that, thefts used to occur, but the rate was very minimum. Now it is rapidly increasing due to the hackers, you know. Where there is digital, there is hacker as well, they can break into easily. And there is other techniques that you use, phishing and all that. So there are scammers also, they don't have like much knowledge related to hacking and all that. Still they achieve to scam a lot of people. And they also scam educated people. You cannot say that only scamming illiterate people. Of them, they are very smart enough to scam those kind of educated people as well. And also one thing, like these days I also have the credit card, in this having a Wi-Fi option, you know, like you no more have to enter the pin, you can directly swipe it and you can take the product away. So what happens, it goes into the wrong hands. The man who will get the credit card, he can get anything out of it, right? And also one thing I would love to mention is that the traceability factor, you know, like the criminals, they get easy spot to get away with all of the money. They can do online transaction and all that, and they can get away. Because when we use cash, it leaves a trace, right? We cannot launder it. But when it comes to digital payment, they can do it very easily. And one of the points, like I was saying, it's not possible in rural parts and all that. Because what happens, there's a factor, what if the internet is not working or something, what will happen? You will just depend on, so you can't do anything about that. And one of the news also, lastly I would like to state a news.
Uh,
Okay.
Actually, your time is up, and but
Okay.
I would like to say, man, you spoke very well, and I think it was a kind of game changer speech. What would you say, Wes?
Oh my god, the game changer will be Josh. He will change the whole game, okay? Don't be so confident, Mr. Aryan.
Okay,
We
so
are
we'll be
still
waiting for your
left
next
with
part, right?
many jacks. We are still up with many
Okay.
jacks. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, Mr.
So
Josh,
can
go
I go?
ahead.
Yeah. So good evening, gentlemen. First of all, and so digital India we're talking about. So that's a vision that we will connect every village, every town, and every citizen of India. So we have to go in the favor of the digital India, and also talking about some counterpoint for the person who is given that most of the people are not aware about this thing. So for your kind information, after demonetization and the digital and online transaction have had like good rise in its graph, because there is application that called Paytm says in their records that it has been a 200% increases in its mobile apps and or download, and also recent time 250% increases in their recent transaction also. And also one point I also counter, that is the hacker point, and ethical hacker, you everyone can easily hacker. That's not going on, because if you are aware about yourself, if you are aware about your OTP and all those things. Hello,
Yeah,
can I
Josh,
go?
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. If you are aware about your OTP and you are very conscious about it, so there is no one can hack your anything. And there is also, if you are going digital, will be help keeping also track of the monetary transaction. So it's not being like everyone can hack easily and go whatever they want. And also talking about some point, digital payment will also be a step for an eco-friendly environment, as the use of paper reduces the drawbacks. Factor is that making of a digital India will be the
like rates of literacy and poverty as well. And also, and on the point of hacking and all that point, lower crime rates is increasing in like decreasing after the digital India, because carrying cash make you an easy target for the criminal. That once the money is taken from your wallet and put in other criminals wallet, it will be very difficult to track that case. And if in any case if you track that case and you find out, so how can you prove that this is your case? How can you prove that? And also, I'm ending my this point that like a digital payment is more convenient than the physical payment. That's it from my side.
You were the
The thing is
great
that
Jack I had. See,
you ended at
I
the
told you, right?
exact time. He ended at the exact time. That is 3 minutes.
Yeah, because
I
he's in
think he
my
has 2 minutes.
team. Yeah, I
Oh,
have
okay,
trained
okay.
them. Yeah, he's
Yeah. So the
one of
next
my.
person from our team will be
Hmm?
ASR,
Okay.
and
Hey,
Yeah, yes,
yeah,
sir. Go ahead.
you can go.
hey guys, good evening. First thing, I would like to start with a very famous in the profession of these cybersecurity. There are two types of people: one who know that they have been hacked, and who they and one type other type of people are those kind of people who don't know that they have been hacked. Every particular system existing on this planet, it has been hacked up to some extent, and if it is not yet hacked, it will be hacked by tomorrow. And you can google it, you can do whatever research you want, and you will find every system is bugged on this planet. Either it is by some relevant authorities, either it is by some uh, other some inefficient people who are trying to steal your data. So if you say that your payment system is secure, no, it is nowhere secure. And let me put the reason. First is OTP. People are saying don't share OTP. Nowadays, you have given permission to a multiple of apps in your phone that they can check what are the messages and contacts are there in your phone. So you have already given, every people have given, I'm not against the technology. If you are using technology by as you are aware of it, then it will be good. But if you are not aware, it will be fatal for you. And I have some points regarding the what are the issues with online payment and digital payment. So let me put them one by one. First thing is very crucial, which I think very less people are talking about, is internet. When it comes to remote area, they don't have internet accessibility yet in India also. So in the country like India, so if you don't have internet accessibility, how will you be using all of these digital mode of payment? Another thing is people are less aware of it, how to use internet and how to use systems. And the third thing is, people are talking about how crime rates have been decreased. No, there are no clear policy by the government of India or any government about how they will compensate the people if they have been hacked, if they have been scammed, and if they have lost their all of their life saving in just a single second. There is no clear policy on that. And third thing I would like to put here is, nowadays we are hearing a lot of this crypto and other stuff. These crypto and all of these currencies are non traceable because these things work on blockchain technology. And even though countries like India and quad countries recently had a summit, and they talked on it, how we are going to manage this problem, because crypto is untraceable and people are funding to the terrorist and non-socio element to fund their activities and to create instability in our country. So uh, the major drawback of online payment is we are seeing just in front of us. Another thing is service fees. you know uh, till this date, lot of companies like Mastercard, Visa, if you go for any online payment system, if you go for any online transaction, they will cost you some amount of money. Yet UPI is not taking any charge, but in future it will take. And I think there is lot of voices on it, and people are getting aware of it, that UPI will itself cost some money. Another thing is,
Okay, ASR, your time is up, man. Uh,
okay,
I don't like to interrupt in between, but man, we have to do that since it's a rule. So yeah,
okay, thanks.
Okay. So from my team,
actually,
Mr.
you see,
RDX
like
will
our team is like too much
counter.
enthusiastic. They have
Oh
a
my
lot to
God,
say.
your
You know
team
that?
is so enthusiastic, like they're not allowing the others to speak. So this is not the
Yeah,
sign of
that's what we call as
enthusiasm.
enthusiasm.
No, no,
We
no.
take the, I mean, we love to take the chances from the other people. So yeah,
Okay,
who's
so
coming from your side?
my another jack is Mr. RDX, RKD, Ari.
Okay, that's an interesting name.
Is he
Yeah,
here? Like Mr. RKD will put RDX on your team, okay?
okay.
So is he here?
We have the bomb squad ready actually. But yeah,
Okay, let me check. Is he here? Okay, I guess he's not here. So Mo, be next. Are you ready?
No, Shantanu.
Yeah. Mahu Roy, can you speak at present? I think yeah. She also have some network problem, maybe. So can I speak something? I want to counter
Yeah, go ahead.
That ASR guy. So that ASR guy said that the most of the India do not have the internet access. I think he's seeing the data of 2011 maybe. But if you see the data of 2021, at least 70% of the India have the access of internet. Even if those areas that do not have the internet, it's because of the geography. Like Ladakh basically it's a mountainous region, so definitely they do not have the internet access. Even the Indian army do not have the internet access, then how the normal people of Ladakh will get the access of the internet? So it's basically because of the geographic situations. And the northeast part of the India, that part also do not have the internet access. It also because of the region, yeah, again the mountainous region, and the most of the northeastern part of India, yeah, is in forest. So yeah, they may have the internet access. Now to solve the internet problems, so there are so many companies that basically wants the satellite internet, because in satellite internet, so you can provide internet at anywhere, yet anywhere. Yeah, maybe in the Great Indian Thar Desert, maybe in the Ladakh, maybe in the northeastern part of India, maybe in the Andaman and Nicobar. You can provide internet at anywhere. If you see the present examples, the Airtel is basically having the joint venture with the UK government, and they are planning to launch at least 2,000 satellite with the ISRO. So they definitely resolve the problem of internet access. Yeah. Thank you so much.
My team
actually
is
we have
so appropriate. See, my team
one
is
more
so
minute.
appropriate.
Yeah, we can see that. But I would like to say, like, he was having 2 more minutes extra. If he wanted to speak, he can utilize that.
Yeah, I can also speak
I,
like the government is also planning to bring the 5G. So if they bring the 5G, the internet speed will also increase. If the internet speed will
Yes.
also increase, and they are our India is that country that have the cheapest, yeah, internet. So we every Indian can easily access the internet, can easily have the internet in his cell phone.
Definitely.
So it's not a big issue. So I think most of the Indian have internet access. Yeah, but few people that basically are of the 1980s, 1990, they do not know how to operate the internet, how to use the internet. So maybe 2030, 2040, all those old generation will go. So definitely the percentage may be around 80, 85, and it's more than enough, like country that having the population of 130 crore people. So it's more than enough. If we achieve the target of 85, 80, it's a perfect.
yeah, actually,
Yes.
30 seconds were left, but
But
not a problem. So
I
from
want
our
to
team,
counter
the
some
next
points.
person will be
still,
Okay.
Anurag.
may I?
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
so guys, first of all, good evening to you all, and here we go.
So my first point would be I'm going to talk about the risks that are involved in digital payments. Okay, so digital payments is relatively more risky as majority of people, including old peoples and childrens, lack sufficient awareness about scammers, phishing, and malfunctioning or malicious activity that are happening over internet. So that's why we have seen raising cases of fraudulence, phishing, and scams. Even Netflix has made a whole series, Jamtara, which clearly demonstrate how easy it is to scam people. But in physical mode, even a kid is aware that if someone asks them for their money, what they should do. They will simply deny it, even in case of kid. So there is no need of prior awareness. Okay. Coming to next point, uh, children are entirely excluded because you won't give a kid to use Google Pay or make online transactions, right? So they are excluded. Well, let's say that even if we include them, try to educate them, but they are susceptible to making huge blunders, which while making digital transaction. Okay, one blunder can result in a massive loss. Coming to the next point, and this would be my last point. We have seen that Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram crashed, okay, and it was a recent incident. So if these big houses, okay, these big internet, IT companies can crash, malfunctioning can happen in these big names, big IT houses. Then I don't think it is, so fair to say that server will never be down for our banks. I mean, these banks are not using the same services, okay? So in case of emergency, it can become disastrous for us. Okay. So that's why I consider the conventional mode of payment, which is physical mode of payment, is best. I mean, see, we don't have these risks at all in that case. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for listening me patiently.
Yeah, Anurag, it was great listening to you. But I would like to inform that 1 minute is left. If anyone from your team would like to utilize this, he can go.
Yeah,
Sunny,
Okay, so yeah,
yeah, you can speak for 1 minute. Yeah.
sure. So Shantanu also said that 5G, 4G technology is always there, and internet connectivity is also going high. So we are totally dependent on that if we go for online payment, right? But our point is only physical payment. Just because we, by dependence on internet connectivity, server problems, telecom infrastructure, right? All these things makes us compelled to like depend upon third party. So whenever some failure would happen, then our money would be deducted, and the ultimate beneficiary will not get the receipt. So ultimately what would happen, either we have to make another transaction with double payment would be done, or else we would not get that benefit. So it is very serious thing which would not happen in physical payment. So it's again, India is not having that much literacy that everyone would be very much like able to grasp all these technological things at present. So education is
Uh,
very deep.
okay, Sunny, your time is up, man. You can come again next time after the team V's member.
Sure, sure.
So yeah, it
Okay,
was great listening to
so
you.
Aryan
it's
Singh,
our
can I
turn.
speak? Can I speak?
Uh, who is that?
Can I
Actually, for
speak,
the team
Gautam?
B, man, it's Wish who will decide. So sorry, man, I don't have the authority.
Wait, now Mr. Georgian will speak. He's the ace of our team, okay?
Oh, okay. Simply she's saying, not at all. Okay. I have very few minutes and I have so much to say. Okay. I'll start the topic by quoting one of the famous quote. I quote, "Be the change you want to see in the world." So, needless to say, digital payment is a mode of payment accepted by each and everyone who has been sitting in this VC. So, people are complaining about hacking. So, let me cover that part. Dude, in the daily basis, we are using gas cylinders. They are so much inflammable. Even a small mistake could burn down the house. So, are we not using it? So same way, digital payments also are susceptible to the fraud. Yes, it is true. That's why we have cybersecurity engineers who are working day and night. They are getting good package and that too in a good companies so that this fraudulent transaction should not take place. My fellow opposition made their point by saying that hacking is so much there, so that's why we should not be using digital payments. My dear fellow mates, are you not using that digital payments because of this hacking or because of the sake of it? Well, people have made the point by saying that fraudulent transactions could not be recovered. I can tell you by one thing that if you have cash, you cannot actually get the trace of it. But you have payments in your bank account. Each and every rupee and a paisa is accountable. And let me ask you one thing. Like at what time it has happened that any amount has been missing from your bank account? Well, I feel there's no such instance because until unless there is a two-way transaction or OTP transaction takes place, and OTP is not read by phone contacts, because one of the fellow member has said that we are giving permission to phone contacts, it is reading. No, it is dynamically generated 6 digits OTP, which you will pass to that particular thing, and it will pass on to the request response servers. That's point covered. Second point, people were talking about Facebook, WhatsApp. They were down for a minute or they were down for half an hour. Thank you for bringing that point. My fellow friend, I would like to ask you one thing. What was your situation when those services were down? Actually, we were all flabbergasted about it. We don't know what was happening. We were like, how come Facebook and WhatsApp has went down? So my dear fellow friend, yeah, there is a dependency of Facebook, WhatsApp to each and every one. Same way, digital payments also plays an important role, a dependency role, in which authentication, security, and each and everything is very transparent. The amount you spend on each and everything is really feasible, and you can actually track of each and everything. So in this way, people were mentioning about the villages, that villages don't have the internet accessibility. My dear fellow friend has already covered that. In the last, I would like to conclude by saying one small thing. Needless to say, it is susceptible to all these things. But I would like to ask each one of you, how many of us are not using it? Well, certainly the answer is no. Because of this internet, because of this UPI, because of each and everything which is totally overall connected, each one of us is using it. Thank you.
Yes, yours and your time is up too. So thanks for the points, man. It was great listening to you too. Although I'm supporting team A, but yeah, you are great. So the next person from our team will be Satya Maurya. Are you there, man?
Yeah,
Brother,
man.
I
I'm
was
there.
the next one after Anurag, I guess.
Uh, okay, Sunny. Yeah, you can go.
Okay. So I would like to counter all the points which are just narrated by Georgian, because every all the points were having flukes in that. See, first of all, be the change you want to see in the world, right? But sometimes unnecessary change is always undesired one, isn't it? So when e-payment is there, then definitely we can say it is simply an economic shift which is given by entire world, because we are always like habituated to physical payments, and everyone was very happy with that. But now the superpowers, now there is a race between superpowers. America is a superpower, and now China wants to be digital superpower, just because of this semiconductor and all. So like this is simply one kind of shiftment which is given to economy. It is injected, it is not natural one, I would say. Again, second thing is accountability. He pointed out that one. For that, I would say there is no clear trail in e-payments, and because of that, what happens right now? Auditors of our in our nation, they are not having clear trail, and they are not able to point out what are the loopholes. So that's where Jamtara and all these fraudulent events take place, and because of that, it is always undesired to have online payments. But because entire world is doing that, if we don't use this online platform, then we will be left behind, and that's why we all are using it. We are not using it for our own convenience, but we are using it to be in the race. That is the point. Again, OTP cannot be stolen. It is always been stolen. Pegasus software was a very a weird software which was like in recent news, and because of that, what happened? Like we can always like steal every each and every private information of ourselves, and even Facebook and Twitter were always doing that. Even we can like they can steal our looks also. So because by technology only. So OTP can always be stolen, and every security which is given online for online payment can be definitely be compromised. And that, again, we are dependent upon these all third party infrastructure and all, and because of that, double payment would be there, and double payment would always be a loss making event. Uh, so that is all from my side, because see, technology superpower, everyone can misuse these all things because they are having all the data, and because of that, what would happen, our entire our all the information would be there, and they would simply sit there and create a disaster in our country. So all in all, it is simply, a shift of economy. Even the digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, are like are now right now they are banned, they are not legalized, but now digital rupee will be like launched by RBI. In this budget it was there. So like, we are just doing this to be in a race which is unnecessary race created by the world. Just like the pollution and all the like use and throw concept. Earlier the concept was totally different, durable and sustainable. Now the concept is like use and throw, and because of that, entire problem has started, race has been started. There is
Sunny,
a lot more
your time is up, man.
unemployment is also there. Okay, sure. That's
Okay.
all.
You spoke really well, man. You nailed it. I just want to say that. So, Wish, what's your plan
Ah,
next?
yeah, so my plan is ready. So Shantanu is going to counter Mr. Sunny. Yeah, Shantanu, go ahead.
Mr. Sunny also said some of points, so I am not agree with him. Like he said that we are dependent on the technology. Like I want to tell you, you are dependent on everything. You are dependent on everything. Okay, even you are dependent on everything. Even if you wants to access something, you need something. Now he will say that he also said that that there may be some problem, maybe that that server did not work. So most of the company, they basically have the backup. Yeah, they have the backend, the server backup of the server. So whenever there is some problem, they basically use those servers, so that yeah, there may be some interruption of 15 to 20 minutes. Like most of the social media that basically have some problem, they basically got restarted within the 15 to 20 minutes. And he also said that that the Pegasus software can also use to hack our OTP. First of all, I think the Pegasus software is not easily accessible to the normal people of India, so it's impossible, because the Israel, it's basically Pegasus software is basically made by the Israeli IT company. So it's a basically very secure software, and it's not easily available. So I do not think that they can use to hack our OTPs. And even if they have the access, so they basically can listen our talks. Even if you see the media, our Indian government, that there is some rumors that Indian government also use the Pegasus system to listen the talks that happening between the opposition leader. So they basically they basically do not want the OTP of Rahul Gandhi. They basically use the Pegasus software, that what they are is basically conveying to each other. They also use to basically to encrypt the voice call of the Imran Khan. So I am not agree with him, because the Pegasus is not easily available. So yeah, that I can say. And even if he also said that the OTP can easily be available, yeah, it can be easily available, but I think they need some precautions from our side. And he also said that the auditor needs to do work. First of all, you should use the proper word. Yeah, auditor is something else. Auditor do the audit of the financial statement. So you should use the word like IT expert cannot find out the faults in the system, basically in the internal controls of the IT. So it's because of the IT expert. Yeah, it's not because of the auditor. Auditor basically evaluate the financial statements. So you cannot blame the auditor. You should blame IT expert. So how we can resolve those problems? So we need basically the flowchart techniques. We need to find out the bugs that exist in our system. and try to resolve those bugs. And we need the professional IT expert that India have. India is the one of the biggest industry in the IT field. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Shantanu. The next
You were
person,
great.
last
You
person
spoke very well.
will be Satyam. Yeah, but she spoke
Okay.
really well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as everyone knows that someone from the team B had pointed out that in mountain area we don't have the internet access, and at that time the government is planning to do the things. But if you look at the digital India that the Modi ji has planned in the 2016 and 17 time, in the budget of 2022 there is not so much funding, not so even the budget minister haven't taken the name of the bu- amount he's going to provide for the digital India. So how can we think about that in the mountain area that we are going to have internet access soon, and if there is no internet access we can't have any transaction at that moment in those area, and still 24% of the India is covered with the, or the world is covered with the mountain areas. So how can we able to get access to those area for the internet connection? And if we don't have the internet connection we can't have the payment of the digital media. And as our friend of the fellow mate, I think what's his name, Georgine has pointed out that yeah, if we are willingness to go for the thing, that if you need the change we can go for it. But buddy, if you know that in everyone's life, everyone's want to three things in his life in daily basis: money, fitness, and being creative. But if one of them is just get evolved from the life of, then deleted from the life, then it's just going to be unbalanced one. So if a person has just lost his complete saving with a single mistake of his life, then how can he be able to get it back to his mental state, and how who is going to provide them those money or those fundings? And the third point I want to say, in case of the digital media, we don't have the identify is in a great way. Means a person who just have know if by chance goes get to know the OTP of a UPI pin of that person and have the access to his phone, at that moment he can use his phone for having as much as transaction he can do for him for any account. And there is no such policy of the bank or anything that they are just, if the person has the wrong identity they can go through, means they can return the money to his previous bank account. So yeah, the false identity is also one of the great issue I can talk about on this. And yeah, talking about the privacy concern, we don't have so much. Still, we have the privacy concern in the term of the software production as well as the cyber security, but still we don't get managed to do it. Because we know that there are lots of things, lots of hacking is still going there, lots of fake scams going in the India and across the country that we can't control. So according to my way, being the physical made mode of payment is the best one for everyone.
Thanks, Satyam. Your points were great, man. And I believe
Satyam,
now it's the time for the
hello, hello,
And now
guys.
it's time for
now
the
it's the
great
time for the
debate.
mega debate, guys.
Yeah.
One participant from both the teams will come. Two participants from both the teams will come, and they will face face to face. Like it will be kind of face to face debate. No formality, no sugarcoating, only pure robust debate. So from
Yeah.
team A, the first person I'm gonna call out is Emperor. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
from
Vish.
my team, Mr. Georgian will speak. Like he will be the person who will be countering Mr. Emperor. Hey Georgian, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. So it's like how
Yes.
it happens. Like he will quote some uh, uh, like sentences. Then I have to say, or like I have to wait. Like I don't like understand, or I have to give a 5 minute long speech. How does this take place?
No, there's nothing like that. You can ask him the question related to his topic, and then he can ask you the question same, and also he can answer your counter line. So yeah, this will be the thing.
Okay, then I will make it easy for him by breaking the ice, if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay. So as you were stating that it's okay, what was that fine? Okay. So I would love to state that most of them were saying that it's secure, right? It's secure and the fraudulent cases is not that much and all that. So I will just state a news. I was going to state this before as well, but due to the confinement, I was not able to state it. It was like with growing digital transactions, financial cybercrime and identity theft in India has increased, and that too to 37%. That's actually double. When we were going with cash payment, the rate was low, and when we switched to digital payment, it increased to double fold. So it's not safe, according to me. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for bringing up this a particular point in which we are talking about fraudulent transactions. My dear friend, I would like to ask you one simple thing. If you have money in your account, okay, you will have each and every track of every penny which you have. Because, for example, you are doing some online transaction on Zomato. The amount comes to 663.65 rupees. That amount will be tracked in your bank account, but when it comes to cash, obviously you will be giving in the round figures. So this is just a very small minuscule example which I have told you, in which you can track each and every point of contact of transaction which will be taking place. Moreover, you have talked about fraudulent transactions. Well, certainly, when what is that? Into 2020, the decommissioning of our old notes took place, and when RBI asked us to submit the notes which have been occurred by us, so 99.95 percentage of notes, which is the like old notes, have been recovered. Then I would like to ask you one question: what about the notes which have been burned down, or which have been floated in the water, or which have been lost, or let's say broken or damaged due to some instance? So this clearly depicts what kind of fraudulent transaction took place when we have a cash inflow, because you cannot make each and every entry of cash inflow, but when it comes to an online payment, obviously there will be a track of each and every point of transactions you make. Moreover, since we are talking about cybercrime, since we are talking about people are talking about reading OTP, and people are talking about Pegasus systems, my dear fellow friends, I would like to give you one simple thing. uh, we all have made us posted the ad in OLX. So once we do that, what happens? Fraudulent scamsters will try to call us. Okay, I think each one of us has faced this. So by minute of they will say that we will give you this link, and you have to just click it and you have to just pay us. The amount will get credited. So let me tell you one thing, my friend. If you are not careful enough, if you are not wise enough, obviously you will click that link and that amount will get debited from your account. But if you are wise enough to do things, if you are mature enough to know each and everything, obviously you won't be doing that. We humans have a tendency that what all things are going on is very good, because we are afraid of change. Well, that's a fact. That's fact for me, that's for fact for you, and that's fact for all the persons sitting here. But there are some things which change brings us. People were talking about auditing, people were talking about economic shift. So if we are imbibing some good things from west side, why it's a harm for us? Because the taking the best example, Uber first started in US. Then our Ola like CEO drafted this thing, and then only Ola Uber came, and that time was the competition was there. So if we are imbibing some good things, so let it be there for a while, and you can see with progressions made each and every cycle how beautifully India will transform. Because every speeches, every like you can say each
Georgian,
and every places
hey
where you
man,
see
your time
digital
is
India,
up.
digital India.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, man,
Before that,
your time is up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So from Team A, the next person for the next mega debate will be uh, at the rate. Are you there?
Sorry, I think yes, sir.
I think he's not here. So yeah, yes, sir. Come on,
May
man.
I? Okay,
And
okay.
from my team, Mr.
So,
Shantanu will be the person who will be countering Mr. ASR, okay?
so guys, first of all, I would like to thank you, Mr. Georgian, as he has given us, clues for countering all of his argument. And despite all of his speech, I would like to remind him when he's talking about traceability. When he's talking about traceability, So please tell me how you will trace the crypto cash. Because nowadays cryptocurrencies are in in tradition and people are using it. Even though the this untraceability has rise the it has risen the issues that countries like India, Quad countries, and USA, lot of world leaders, they are trying together to take some actions against against cryptocurrency. And one thing more, he is talking about untraceability and now cyber security and all of these things. So my fellow teammates, I would like to remind you, despite all of this expertise, we cannot certainly deny this fact that we are aware of all types of scams. We are aware of all type of techniques of scams. So I would like to remind you the attack of clones, which happened in India uh, at the 11th of 2018, in November month of 2018. It happened, and it has taken a lot of money from our banks which were having a lot of expertise. Cyber security experts were there, certainly CERT was there, computer emergency response team of India was there, and they had no clue where this money is going. And when you are talking about traceability, this money has not yet been recovered and no one was able to track it. So just you are talking about traceability, I think it has burned, your facts has burned down. And now when we are talking about other types of crimes, one is Maharashtra power grid attack, other is Reign of Titans, the famous most attack on US security agencies to steal their data. So when you are just deviating from the topic, giving the example of Uber and a lot of multinational companies, you are certainly forgetting this fact. And this is in media. If you want to check it, go and check it. In media, Uber has already said.
They were great points, but now I would say that it's the chance of the person from the team B.
B.
Are you
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, Mr. Shantanu, are you here?
Yeah. So who is that person?
Yes.
Yeah, Shantanu,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Come on.
So,
Counter him.
so first of all, ASR said, ASR and the previous one guy said about the crypto. I do not think the topic is crypto. We are talking about the digital payment. So the digital payment, we should only talk about the digital payment. Crypto is different. Crypto is basically, it's okay. You can counter when I will stop, then you can counter me. So basically, crypto is a investing, and the digital payment is basically a payment mode, a payment gateway to transfer our money from one system to another bank account. Basically, one bank account to another bank account. So the topic is not crypto. And he also said about the China attack to the Mumbai electricity power plant and try to steal our data. Basically, in USA, they try to steal the data. I think that pipeline issue in the USA, they have the pipeline issue. So they basically try to interrupt the flow of the crude oil, maybe the natural gases. So they try to halt those pipelines. So, but if you see, these are basically at international level, and these payments, these events, whatever happening on globe, they are not impacting the digital payment right now. And the Satyam also said, I think Satyam. So he said about we prefer the physical payment. Yeah, we all prefer physical payment, even if most of the people what they do, basically even I do. Yeah, that if we online anything on online, and we basically that we will pay the case on money. But if you see what I do, yeah, it's I basically pay via the Paytm code, Paytm QR code. So if you see, it's not a physical payment, it's actually the digital payment, what we call the digital, basically transferring our money from one bank account to the another bank account. So most of the payment that are happening at our doorsteps are like that. We are basically transferring our money from one bank account to another bank account using the Paytm QR code. So for physical payment, you basically need to transfer some of our notes, basically the currency notes, to another person. So that one is the physical, it's not a physical. So I think the topic is digital payment, and we should be talk about only about the digital payment. Why are we discussing about the crypto? So if we want to discuss about the crypto, then we are basically moving from our topic. Yeah, thank you so much. Now you can say yes, sir.
Okay, Shantanu, it was great.
More.
Now, I guess the next person is ASR. Do you want to go?
Yes, I would like to counter Mr. Santanu. As he said, crypto is a not a mode of digital payment. So let me remind Santanu, there are a lot of crypto payments are happening around the globe, and they are basically they are happening for non socio elements also. And why I am saying this? Because of their untraceability. And when Santanu is saying crypto is not a digital payment method, yes, surely it is. And nowadays, lot of payments are being placed in the form of crypto. Crypto is just a simple form of currency. You are just we are not talking about only about payment gateway. First, correct yourself. And when we are talking about physical mode of payment and digital mode of payment, so it means we are talking about all of these things which are included in digital mode. And someone was saying about pipeline. Surely pipeline was not the issue. Reign of Titans was something different. I think we both should correct our facts when we are talking about. And pipeline issue was something different. And when we are my point was simply that, look, there in USA they are having most experienced and most expert people who are there to counter such kind of challenges. But even then they were not able to counter. And let me remind you, around 3 years ago there was a famous interview on the India TV, and people have watched it. In that interview, how that person, I think he was some techie, and he showed how you can steal the OTP and all of these things just by a simple click on a phone. You take the phone of any person and you click on some website, and then after, all is yours. You can use whatever you want, and you can take. Now we have seen there are more apps on the Play Store which we install. If you install, we can lose our system on a remote system. Someone else will be using it and someone else will be controlling it. In that manner we can lose all of it. So whenever you are just explaining the risk of physical payment and shortcomings of physical payment, don't forget these are also for digital payments. Because when you are talking about untraceability is there in also in digital payment. When you are talking about uh, environment and all of these things, so if you want to go for digital payment, you need lot of setup and you need lot of internet and all of these things. For that thing also you will be harming internet up to some extent. So if we are talking about the physical payment shortcoming, I think there are more shortcomings for digital payment rather than physical payments. Thank you guys.
You spoke great.
Can I say
Yes,
something?
sir. Yeah, Shantanu, be quick.
Basically, you are right, yes, sir. Like you said, the crypto is mode of payment. But what is the existence of crypto in India? Most of the people even do not know what is the crypto. So the very minor percentage of our India know that what is the crypto, even if it is a payment mode and they use but can you see any QR code that we accept the cryptocurrency? No, I never saw anyone who is doing the crypto QR code because I never saw. Yes, it's a mode of payment. Even everything is the mode of payment. We will be on that system, barter exchange. Lest I will give you that thing, you will give me that thing. That is also a mode of payment. But in Indian context, it is not a mode of payment because crypto is not still accepted by the Indian government. And if it will be accepted by the Indian government, you will see the prices of crypto will again reach 60,000, more than the $60,000. Even if when the Elon Musk tweeted about the Tesla that we will accept, if anyone purchase the Tesla car, then we can accept the cryptocurrency. Then suddenly the prices of the crypto goes up. But maybe after few months he said no, we will not accept. Suddenly the prices of the crypto goes down. So if India accept, definitely it will be the prices of the crypto will go up. The people of India will know that what is the crypto. They will start transferring to each other that I am paying you the cryptocurrency if you give me the something. But at present, it's not popular in India. So I do not think it's a digital payment. Yeah, it's a payment mode. But most of the people do not know what is the crypto. So if you see it's a payment mode, then you can say, but the people do not know what is the crypto. Then I do not think that we should compare crypto with Paytm, crypto with Google Pay, crypto with any other net banking or system.
Okay, great,
Okay,
Shantanu.
yeah, Shantanu, your energy
You were
wasn't matching.
great.
But I would say
Yeah.
the next person from the team will be Karan. Are you there?
Yes, bro, I'm here.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And
So,
from my team, just a minute, Karan. My team, Vimlesh, will be countering Mr. Karan and putting his points over him. Okay?
okay. May I?
Yeah, Karan, of course, man.
Okay, so quite a few of my dear friends have mentioned that the popularity of online payment methods is increasing exponentially. So, um, um, so my dear friend, I want to tell you that it does not make it secure. My question to you is that how does it make it secure? It is only and only because of the fact that it is a easy mode of payment, nothing else. That's it. So why don't you consider the fact that the graph of online thefts is by far higher than the thefts which occurred in the past when you used to pay with only the physical mode of payment. One other of my friends mentioned that we will be using satellites to provide internet in the remote areas in future. They also mentioned that we will be using 5G technology in the future. So my dear friend, it is easier said than done. First thing. The other thing is that it is the future. Nobody can see the future. What about the problems of the present? Would some time traveler come from the future and come here to solve the problems of the present? No, that's not the case. We have to just focus on the problems which are in the present time. And as I already mentioned that to implement those technologies in this world, it is going to take a long time. uh, it's not wrong to say that it may take longer than a decade. Yeah, it may take longer than 10 years, buddy. And so why are you not considering those 10 years which are just coming by? So besides, we also do not know what is in the lap of future. Maybe the hackers will become more stronger. Also, the government is going to put some charges on the online transactions very soon. If you have heard it somewhere or read it somewhere, it's surely going to happen that they will charge you for your online transactions. It seems very fascinating in the current scenario when you do not have to pay any extra charges for your online transactions. It feels very good. But when you have to pay some extra charges for the sake of a transaction, then it will feel very bad and you will avoid it. Let me give you an example. Talking of the present time, in the credit card payments, in the present time itself, we have to give some extra charges. Due to this, I and my other family members avoid using credit cards for many of the payments. We just try to use other modes of payments like the cash payment, or maybe use, if it is a big payment, then we consider using the check instead of using the credit card, because the amount which we have to pay for the transaction is really very high, and we do not want to um, give that much amount of money for the sake of a transaction when we have some other options like giving the other party in cash or maybe by using a check. So that's it. And besides this, a few more things. My dear friend said that if you are a well-educated and a mature person, then you are not going to share your OTP with anyone. So, dear friend, you are just kind of being selfish. You are not considering the rest of the population of India. We are a big country. Our population is around 138 crores, and not each and every single person living here is like you and me. There are so many people who are very ignorant. They have lack of knowledge, they have lack of awareness, and as I have already mentioned that to spread that awareness, it's going to take a lot of time. So think about the present. Don't give the examples from the future that we will do this, we will spread awareness, we will do this and that. It's just kind of a fairy tale. It just seems like to be a fairy tale for this time. So talk of the present. So currently, talking of the present, we do not have so much of awareness each and every place of India, because as you know that there are so many villages in India. There are the majority of the population of India is living in the rural areas, and so many ignorant percentage of the population is there. So consider them also. Do not think only of you and your other educated friends and all and family. Consider each and every person, because they are, after all, they are also the citizen of our country. That's all.
Thanks, Karan. So, Wish, who is there from your team to counter him?
Mr. Vimlesh, he will
Yeah.
speak on our behalf.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all, each and every person who has Namaste ji. I am counter to my opponent team, Karan. First of all, I am telling you what is cryptocurrency, because my opponent team again and again talking about cryptocurrency, but still here not talking about what is cryptocurrency, what is digital currency. But opponent team again and again talking about what is cryptocurrency. I would like to mention cryptocurrency. It is not a currency. According to our government, Nirmala Sitharaman, our finance minister, who is considered as a cryptocurrency, it a digital virtual asset. It is not currency. It is a digital virtual asset. I agree with you. It is also based on blockchain technology, but it is not currency. It is a virtual digital asset. I think it is a clear, and I am counter my opponent team, Karan. Karan is saying digital payment is not secure. I agree with you. Tell me, what are the 100% secure physical payment? Not. Neither 100% secure physical payment, nor not 100% secure digital payment. Yeah. What are the reason behind it? If I am talking about our finance minister or Nirmala Sitharaman, according to in this budget, India will be shift on in 2023. Launch you can say digital currency. uh, if I am talking about 2030, approximately 30% of population population has who use digital currency. If I am talking about if I am talking about not only in India, believe in digital payment all over world. If I am talking about shift social for worldwide internet financial bank technology, it's connected 195 country which believe only a digital payment method, because reason behind it is simple. It is a totally more secure and safe time, reduce time, and you can say increase safe, and it is a more user friendly. Yeah, if I am talking about top three country who which depend upon only digital payment, India has first number, and second number China, third number US. Indian people per second for 48,668 per people who has done per second digital payment. If I am talking about China, 30,756 people per second done digital payment. If I am talking about USA has 15,067 people per second done US digital payment. If I am My question is my opponent team, if digital payment is not secure, then what are the reason behind, and more day by day increasing and people shifting digital payments? What are the reason behind it?
So, my dear fellow, first of all, I would like to say that put the crypto thing aside. No one is putting forward the crypto thing, and it's not at all the mode of payment, at least right now. So put that thing aside. And besides this, no one can deny the fact that the online mode of payment is not safer as compared to the physical mode of payment, because in the past, when uh, uh, we used to pay with the physical assets, we used to use the physical payment methods, then the thefts which used to occur were really very less as compared to the present time. And by the time we have moved to the online mode of payments, then the thefts and online robberies and such things have increased to 37%. And it's around 2 times as compared to the previous time. And one more thing which you pointed out that, and my other friends also pointed out that globally people are moving to the online mode of payments exponentially. So it does not make it safe at all, bro. The only thing which leads to this is the fact that it is very easy, and that's all. And it not at all makes it safer as compared to the online, as compared to the offline mode of payment, first of all. And already we have given the percentage that the thefts which occur have become twice. So what would you like to say about that?
Yeah,
Karan, I
sure,
have one
Karan.
more
I would
point
like to
from
answer
the
your.
team A. Georgian, before that, I will
Yeah,
answer, ask one more question from your
yeah, yeah,
team A. Just
Yeah.
like if you are just Santanu has said that in the Zomato and other orders, popular popular site we are ordering, we are preferring the digital mode. But I'm asking about the case that right now there are lots of startup going on which is not much popular, and if you want to do the payment in those cases for a delivery, if there is availability of the cash on delivery as well as debit card payment, everyone ought to be have the cash on delivery for the product. Why we choose that one? If it's so much safe in the digital payment about the debit payment, isn't it we can do that? We are preferring the cash on delivery mode at that moment. So what do you think about that moment?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, my friend. You have given me a very good point to think. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. It's
So
a case of
Okay,
even with
Karan.
each and every single one of our country, each and
can I
every
answer?
single.
Can I answer, Karan?
You can answer. You can
Can I
answer.
answer, Karan? At least like you have given us so much assignments and we have to complete, right? So it's like I want to answer. See,
At least let's
Guys,
so
let
only
me.
2 minutes
being an
are left,
Indian,
and you
it
can have this debate. We'll end the
yeah, yeah,
debate in
Yeah.
two
being an
minutes.
Indian, it brings the
Yeah.
we are we are skeptical about each and everything what we do, whether it could be digital payment or it could be making a chapati. Okay, we are very much skeptical about each and everything, that the things we get it from market are good or not. So let me ask you one friend, let me ask you one thing, my friends, to all of you, it's for all. If digital payment is not that much secure, then why the hell are we using it in the first place? Because I remember one thing, one time when I was in my college days, there was one scenario in which 50 rupees mobile will be given. So people have registered and they still didn't get it, but 50 rupees have been deducted. And the mode of payment, obviously it was digital, and you can counter me that it is a digital payment, that's why fraud happened. But let me tell you, my friend, digital payment is so secure. It goes with SSL authentication. It goes two-way with a request server and a response server. Cyber security lead, which is nothing but Mr. Agman Sen, has said that I will quote the same words. If that would not have been this much secure, we won't be reaching this heights. You have given 37% of thefts being taking place. But there is a accountability in which we can tell them that this theft have been taken place. But what about the cash inflow, which wherein people have their bed filled up with the cash and people were laundering money? Where is the account of that? You cannot begin to understand like what is the real picture behind it. And let me tell you one thing, my friend. The facts which stated that money laundering took place before 2019, it's about 76%, and it all accounts to cash. Because demonetization happened, then only we have a safer side to use digital payments. So in the end, I would like to conclude by saying one thing. I know we are skeptical about each and everything. We are afraid of the change. But once we accept that this change is good, then it will be a better for a greater future of India. Thank you.
Uh,
I think
Like
no
to
yeah,
matter what
thanks,
happens,
Yosin. So someone from the team would like to
still I think
conclude,
McKinsey report has
just like
stated
Yosin.
that 80% of Indian transactions are done on
Okay.
cash, and now we are again about to achieve pre-demonetization level when it's come to cash. It was 10% in 2019-20, now it is 12%. See, we talk about that it's customized problem and there is fraudulent activity. The Cosmos Bank of Pune, it was hacked and all of their money was siphoned off, right? And see, NPCI was hacked, their servers were compromised, and our economy was in whole UPS system was on a standstill for one day. Let us assume that we were, wholly dependent on digital transaction. Our economy would be on a standstill for a day. We can't afford that in a country, right? So that's why we need cash there. And see, still, no matter how in volume digital transaction would be working good, but when it comes to amount, still the cash is the king, right? Most of the, like for a amount more than 2 lakh, we still use check, we use demand draft, we use banker checks, because we rely on them and we think they are better than any other medium that we have found up till here. And see, I'm telling you something one, like Swift, Swift, which is the mode by which we do transaction internationally. It was compromised for a day, and Union Bank's 170 crores was siphoned out, right? And let it leave it this. Now we have then our data privacy also comes there. When we buy some things online, then it is not that we are buying that. That's then the big giants, they know how we are spending our money, and they influence it, and then we buy according to their choice. Like they know how we like to buy dress, then they will show you this in every advertisement, and by this, our spending things also get higher than we used to do in normal days. And I will give you one more example, like Hitachi, which is provider of the software to every ATM. It was compromised, and I think 30 millions or 13 millions ATMs were cloned on a day. Then there was a huge ATM blockage. We have done, banks have to block multiple ATM. So see, by doing digital transaction, when we are not safe and secure, we will bring our economy on a standstill. That's the problem. See, we don't do transactions just for convenience. Its economy is also involved there. So I think that's also thing we should consider. No matter what happens, see, money was there. It was king years back. It will always be the king. I think that's the case. Thank you.
Okay,
Can I
guys, now
answer? Can
today's
I?
debate is finished now. Nose yours in, the time is up, and I must say the debate was super interesting. But since everything has an ending,
Yeah.
we have to end this debate. But
Yeah,
there's one quote,
guys.
like a good
Mm-hmm.
event never ends in the world. They only take a pause and keep us awaiting for the next. So yeah, I would like to request our judges to come up and announce the winners and the best speakers.
Yeah. Hoping for the best. All the best, guys. You all were good. Like Team A and Team B. Like all were fantastic. You did a spectacular job.
Yeah, Wish, it was a great experience. Uh, so judges, are you guys there?
Yeah, sure.
All the best to Team A
Well,
and Team B as well.
Yeah,
both
and team.
both teams did very well. Um, your debate certainly added a lot of knowledge to me, and um, Team A is the winner over here, and the best person or the best speaker from Team A is Karan. So well done, Karan. And the speaker,
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
yeah,
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Karan. Congratulations to you, Karan.
and the best
Thank you
Congratulations.
You
so
best
much.
did
speaker
a
from
Yeah,
Team
congrats
B
to my
you
is
did a fantastic job.
right,
Great.
and the one from Team B who spoke really well is Shantanu. So well done,
Great.
Shantanu. Yeah.
Congratulations, Shantanu. Congratulations, Mr. Aryan.
yeah. And
You.
actually, your team
Congrats,
did well
Arya,
as well.
and congrats to
Must
you as well, Wish, for being such a nice host,
Thank you.
both of
Thank
you.
you.
I would say both the
Thanks for
teams did
making this
really well,
session a
but since
memorable
we always
session.
have to announce one winner, so yeah.
Yeah. And in
Yeah.
this case, like, Team B, don't mind. You are the winner for me, okay? You all are winner for me. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's not
Team
always
two
winner and
tried
loser.
very well.
Sometimes it's winner and the winner. So
Yeah.
yeah, guys, come up in the next debate and
It's
show all the
Yeah.
frustration that you guys are having right now.
Yeah. We'd like to point out a
it's
few
all
more
about
things.
getting knowledge. Yeah.